the voice I used was just what I would mock the drill instructors. Drop and give it 20, boy. And so I just sang it, oh, Carolina, same voice.
How do you view Trump's America? Obviously, you partly live in America still.
You know, I got black kids. You got to understand with Trump, he's been telling you this. Everything that has happened in there should be expected.
Shaggy. Mr. Lover. I'm Mr. Lover.
When Boombastic landed in the charts with lines like, I'm a lyrical lover, it was very much a loud launch.
She call me Mr. Bombastic, tell me fantastic. Touch me on me back, she says I'm Mr. Romantic.
Do I call you Shaggy, Mr. Bombastic, Mr. Lover? What's your preference?
All of the above.
Okay, fantastic. I'll go with Mr. Lover throughout.
I'm bombastic, tell me fantastic.
1995 was Shaggy's year. The song went to #1 around the world. That was 30 years ago now. To mark the milestone, he's bringing it back.
It was one of my favorite records that I've ever done because I think it just embodies who the image of Shaggy is, Mr. Lover.
Sexy undercover.
You know what I mean? It's just that vibe.
Is it an alter ego, Mr. Bombastic?
Absolutely. I live vicariously through Mr. Mr. Lover.
Despite massive commercial success, Shaggy was still dropped by several record labels and always felt like the underdog.
Before me, there was never a reggae artist that had multiple hits behind each other. You know, I was kind of like the first to have follow-ups that actually go, you know. And even when I did Old Carolina, I think we were the first artists at that time to get £1 million for a signing. It was like unheard of. And I was like, well, I got this money, so if the other one don't work, I'm good. I'm gonna open a shoe store or something like that, you know what I mean?
Was that your plan B?
That was my plan B. I'm not even gonna front.
Oh, Carolina. Oh, Carolina, your
Before Pop came the Platoons. It was his 4 years spent in the US Marines, serving in the first Gulf War as part of Operation Desert Storm, which surprisingly created that Shaggy sound. The voice, the distinct Shaggy voice that we hear, you actually honed that in the Marines.
Yes, in the Marines we used to sing cadences, and so they'd call me out because I was kind of like the clown of the platoon. So they would like call me out to sing, and I would be like, I don't know, but I've been told my CEO wears pantyhose. And we make these really funny cadences, and it would motivate them. But you know, little did I know I was running and singing. That was from the gut. That I was, and the voice I used was just what I would mock the drill instructors. Because they're, hey boy, stop eyeballing me, boy. Drop and give it 20, boy. You know what I mean? And so I just sang it, oh, Carolina, same voice. and that became like, oh my God, I love that. And I'm like, because if you listen to my earlier records like Big Up, yeah, if you're fat and you're both expensive and rapper put on in the air and us, Big Up. It's a different tone. And then, oh, Carolina or Boombastic, she calls me Mr. Bombastic, which is a different tone. So it just kind of worked. I was like, well, okay, that works.
I'm sure you would have seen that Donald Trump has said he's sending 700 Marines to LA as part of his immigration raids. I just wondered whether you agree with the governor of California, who's called it a deranged fantasy of a dictatorial president.
Listen, everything about Trump is unpredictable and crazy in a way. I think this is the first time that a president in like 60 years or something like that, a president has bypassed the governor. So there's nothing about this guy that is traditional in format. I say everything that has happened in there should be expected. You got to understand with Trump, he's been telling you this. It's documented. He's just literally doing whatever he said he was going to do in his campaign. People just didn't listen.
How do you view Trump's America? Obviously, you partly live in America still.
You know, I got black kids. You know what I mean? You know, there's a rhetoric that goes with it that it ignites a certain amount of negative vibe and energy with society, and it makes certain people start to act a certain way.
Wasn't me. Saw me kissing on the sofa. Wasn't me. I even had her in the shower. Wasn't me.
Of course, it Wasn't Me is an anthem which is impossible to get out of your head. Still a staple in bars, cars and student nights across the world.
Now, I want you to clear something up for us. It Wasn't Me has long been seen as like the world's most famous cheating song, but actually I hear that you think it's an anti-cheating song.
I don't think it is. It is.
Well, hold on.
See, you have not. Yeah, go ahead. Let me hear your version of it now.
Okay, well, I've gonna pull up a dossier of some of these quotes. She
Girl
called
Next
me
Door.
red-handed creeping with the girl next door. Picture this: we were both butt naked.
Banging on the bathroom floor.
Gotta be cheating song, right?
Yeah, that's what he did.
Okay.
You know,
Oh, okay. It
so
gets
the
more
guy- so
incriminating.
it's a conversation between two people.
But look, she even caught me on camera. It wasn't me. She saw the marks on my shoulder. It wasn't me. Heard the words that I told her. It wasn't me. This is verbatim cheating,
And then if you
chat.
stroll up now, it says, I'm going to tell her that I'm sorry for the things that I've done. You may think that you're a player, but you're completely lost. That's the apology.
So it's just deeply misunderstood.
I would think so. I should have put that apology a little early in the record.
And just finally, Shaggy, was it you?
It wasn't me. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.